Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 2 in the series. Sonik versus Lalouette, game number 1, a very close nail biter up until the very end. We'll see what is going to be happening here in game number 2 when, well, let's recap on game number 1. One player opted to go, and I'm just going to be naming names, or not naming names, just so you guys know. One player opted to go for the short game and ended up coming out ahead, even though it looked like he was going to fall behind. We'll see what's going to continue to happen here as Lalouette is opening up with the Priestess of the Moon. Potom, the opening hero, and Potom from Lalouette. This is going to be an interesting strategy. As you can see, there is now going to be archers being trained. Not quite sure what this means and how this is all going to work out. Are we going to see searing arrows? Perhaps searing arrows does make a bit more sense. As you can see, Lalouette, the Priestess of the Moon, quickly running in right here. And you can just see that Priestess of the Moon dealing so much damage. Not quite sure what her ability is just quite yet. It could be searing arrows. Pulls away just in time, pulls back. Gonna go ahead and finish off the rogue right there. Finish off another rogue right there. Doesn't even bother training up any additional archers at all. And this is a pretty interesting strategy. So far, Priestess of the Moon now finally has True Shot Aura, giving +3 damage, and now repairing this one Ancient of War here. Demon Hunter now trying to make a mad rad dash down over here. And this Priestess of the Moon is going to be a very big target for mana burn. All right, is it going to happen? Okay, going to go try to finish off a rogue here. That rogue does get taken down level 2, picking up the item Gauntlets of Ogre Strength. And once this Ancient of War roots itself, those Huntresses will be coming out, and in a hurry. Priestess of the Moon at 650 hit points, 270 True Shot Aura, no searing arrow as of yet that I can tell. As we are now looking at the Wisp just running away. Demon Hunter trying to take down some of these Wisp here, but not going to have that much luck. Meanwhile, Priestess of the Moon using those searing arrows going to do a lot of damage. Who's going to come out on top? The Priestess of the Moon does deal bonus damage there, but Huntresses finally making their way out. All right, let's take a look. The Demon Hunter trying to have fun inside the gold mine, but he's pretty much just wasting time here as the Wisp are just able to dance around consistently. Lalouette, is he going to be able to jump? Nope, he's not going to be able to. Is he going to detonate? Nope, he's not going to detonate. So Lalouette does end up losing one Wisp as the Priestess of the Moon getting some easy shots off once more. May try and take down this one Wisp off over here, and it looks like one more shot. No detonation. Quickly comes to pass. All right, Huntress now going after the Wisp here. That Wisp will be backed off here in just a moment. And this is something that I am curious about. The Priestess of the Moon, which is a rather... Huntress now out on the field as well. The Priestess of the Moon is generally not used in a Night Elf versus Night Elf matchup because of the lack of pressure that the Priestess Moon can really do. All right, let's take a look at this. Constant healing, and it looks like, the Tree of Life now being built down over here, and it's just going to get constantly pressured here. Is the Demon Hunter going to be able to force a cancellation? And the Demon Hunter really has nowhere to go at this point. Wisp are trying to run away, and it looks like the Demon Hunter is actually going to be forced to try and burn a Scroll of Town Portal. No, he's trying to use the Staff of Teleportation. Does not work, and that is no surprise. Staff of Teleportation is not going to work in that situation. Just far too low. And what was that? Was it trying to hit the Priestess of the Moon? I think it was, as the remaining units are now trying to run back. Demon Hunter falls at level 2. And what is even more curious about this all is that Lalouette is now teching to tier 2. Normally, Priestess of the Moon strategies really revolve around staying at tier 1 as long as you can, using Priestess of the Moon with Huntresses as a tier 1.5 push. And I am curious what the second hero will be. Lalouette now attempting to go after these Huntresses here. No easy way to really pick them off. And the Huntresses, because they do deal normal damage, can deal bonus damage to the archers, and just because of their sheer size and the fact that their attack bounces, it really makes it hard and difficult for his opponent to try and keep those archers alive. All right, Huntress is now looking to bounce away here, going after the Tree of Ages, and that damage is just going to be forced here in just a moment. Ancient of War now trying to do a little bit more than more as it roots itself here in just a moment. No easy creep camps. Mantle of Intelligence, easy item pickup there, as the Priestess of the Moon now up to 21 intelligence. All right, Huntress is getting healed back up. Demon Hunter now ready to go. know that he's not going to make the same mistake twice here, as a Tree of Life is going to get pressured once more by the Demon Hunter. All right, Demon Hunter pressuring this Tree of Life. It looks like it is losing about 20 hit points every 2 seconds. Meanwhile, the Huntresses are here now going after low hip or Moonwells. And the Moonwell, one of the big problems of trying to repair a Moonwell is that those Wisps just end up getting taken down. So one Wisp down, second Wisp gonna get taken down. No, it looks like it will get taken down. Just auto heal to try and save it there, and it doesn't seem to be working. The second Wisp now being brought over. Meanwhile, that is going to be canceled right there. Demon Hunter is still trapped on the inside. Again, are we going to see a detonation? No detonation, as this Moonwell is in position. Demon Hunter now caught in a very, very strange spot. Needs to take out a Moonwell in order to get out of the base here. Meanwhile, Lalouette going after a Goblin Shredder, and it looks like the Goblin Shredder is going to get taken down. Shadow Meld right there. Priestess of the Moon now coming in from the backside. Nightfall about to be broken here in just a second. However, the Goblin Shredder will get taken down. There it goes. Level 3 now on the Priestess of the Moon, as we should be getting level 2 True Shot, or yes, 20% damage bonus. Meanwhile, the Moonwells are now getting pressured once again. Wisp now being brought over to try and repair, and this is going to be some easy repairing again, except for the Wisp are going to be taking damage from the Moonglaive Bounce. All right, it doesn't look like the Moonglaive Bounce is going in any specific direction, as the Demon Hunter was trying to pressure this now. Not going to really be able to work here. The Huntresses are now low on hit points. The Priestess of the Moon does have plus 12 attack. The Huntresses with plus 3 attack, so very, very important. The amount of damage that they're doing, plus 21 or plus 3 damage to a maximum of 21 damage there. All right, looks like the Priestess of the Moon is going to heal back up. Now venture forth once again to try and put some pressure. Priestess of the Moon off over here. I don't see a second hero, even though we are at Tree of Ages, and we are now going into Dryads. It looks like it is going to be a Goblin Tinker. Goblin Tinker was not the hero that I was expecting. I was expecting a Naga Sea Witch. Goblin Tinker much more used in fights against a Night Elf, and with this Pocket Factory so far back, it's really not going to do all that much. All right, Kobold Taskmaster could get taken down pretty quickly right there. You can see that the Kobold Taskmaster taking down Wand of Illusion and a Tome again. Strength plus 3, intelligence plus 3 overall. Some very, very solid items right there, as the Priestess of the Moon and the Goblin Tinker are retreating again. All right, another 5-3-3 creep camp going to get cleared out. Priestess of the Moon, so most likely back off from this creep camp to try and give the Goblin Tinker level 2. Not going to happen, so the Goblin Tinker will just be a little shy here, as the Priestess of the Moon gets what I believe to be the killing blow. A more Wand of Illusion again, and are we going to have a whole bunch of Wand of Illusion Huntresses pressuring? That would be a big, scary push coming in from Lalouette, as we're now looking at the Tinker make his way off to the north. Oh, nope, Tinker just going to instead tank a bit of damage, try to mitigate some of the damage by having your opponent attack a fake target. That Sasquatch putting all of his effort into taking down something that is really not there, as we now see the 4 Trolls and the 4 Shadow Priests now getting taken down. Demon Hunter does get to level 3. Priestess of the Moon already at level 2. Searing Arrows, Goblin Tinker sitting at level 2. Scroll of Healing acting as the counter there, as we still see plenty of charges of Wand of Illusion. All right, are we going to be pushing here in just a moment? That is going to be the big question. Lalouette versus Sonik here, as the Huntresses are now ready to go ahead and do a little bit of chasing. Nope, not going to venture in too far forward, as the Huntresses now look to back off. So far, it doesn't look like any side really wants to commit to a fight. Both sides having Wands of Illusion, so that is going to be a pretty interesting trying to path right there. It looks like that illusion is just going to block right there, and Lalouette doing a good job controlling that illusion. And I pretty much believe that Sonik knew that pretty much was not real. All right, Huntress trying to get away. It doesn't look like it's going to be good news for that Huntress unless there's a Staff of Preservation coming in. No Staff of Preservation coming in at all. Demon Hunter about to try and chase in right there. There's a Mana Burn on the Goblin Tinker, as this Huntress should really be hiding inside the base. I don't know what Lalouette is really planning on doing. There's a Moonwell for you. There you go. Drain it all down. All right. A whole bunch of illusions. There is the 6 illusions that we're talking about here. and Ancient Protector is now trying to push through. All right, that is a very large army if you are not expecting it. Both sides fighting, and it's a very, very hard fight for Sonik because he doesn't know what are real units. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Pocket Factory. Archers now getting focused down. That is a lot of archers right there. As you see, the Dryads are now participating in the fight as well. Now, the big part of this fight is that once all the Huntresses are gone, Dryads versus Archers, Archers definitely lose that fight. The Dryads, even though they are unarmored, they're just simply not as powerful of a unit and end up getting taken apart. There's that poison aspect as well. +4 damage per attack with level 1 weapons upgrades. Tome of Strength being completely ignored once more, as we now see the Goblin Tinker sitting at level 3. Rock Golem is here. Meanwhile, Tinker trying to avoid taking too much damage. Tome of Agility and Potion of Mana. Very, very nice item for the Goblin Tinker, as he'll be able to drop down Pocket Factories pretty much any time he wants. Still no expansion here. Massive number of Dryads. Are we getting level 2 armor upgrades or weapons? No, nothing at all. 51/70, which is the worst possible number in terms of having supply. Quickly goes to 50/70. Might as well just detonate a Wisp or build something that takes that one food or one supply off of the books. All right, let's go ahead and take a look back over here. Tree of Life quickly canceled out. It looks like that Wisp is not going to get taken out. Oh, nope, he is going to get taken out. Are we going to see a detonation? No, Lalouette is pretty much not going to worry about that at all, as a Archer quickly runs into just a pelting line of Dryads. This is not looking good for Sonik. Lalouette looks like he'll be able to finish this game very, very easily. Goblin... the Clockwork Goblins now suiciding their way in, and the problem with the Goblins is even if you kill them, they deal damage. Clockwork Goblin now going after the Ancient of War. Ancient of War now going to get taken out here. That is a lot of Archers. Archers 1-0 upgrades against 0-0 upgrades. That is going to be the big difference here. As you can see, another Wisp getting taken down. All right, let's go ahead and go after all of those units. Dryads belting and slowing down massive numbers of units. Dryad, Staff of Preservation save. Archer, not so lucky. Clockwork Goblin getting taken down here as we are still having this fight. Goblin Tinker uses a Potion of Mana, puts down another Pocket Factory, now needs to kind of hide so that he can continue to drop more. Sonik now in full retreat with that Demon Hunter, now trying to back off here. Tinker may drop another factory here in just a moment. Dryads are falling. Huntress is falling as well, as the Clockwork Goblin is just rallying out to this position to deal a bit more damage. So far, this is looking good for Lalouette. He has his opponent on the ropes. He just needs the finishing combination to take him down, and I believe this is going to be it here. Clockwork Goblins just continuing to belt down and beat down his opponent. We should be seeing another Pocket Factory. Yes, there it is. And they are just going to be rallying off to the north here. Demon Hunter trying to go after it. Oh, wow. Not quite sure why he is just letting that take so much damage. There it goes. It looks like the Clockwork Goblin. Wow. Priestess of the Moon with the Staff of Preservation saves it. The Tinker now down to 160 hit points, needs to back away, and in a hurry. He does not have the hit points he needs. True Shot or a level 3 should be coming in. Level 4 now right there, and you can see that the Priestess of the Moon with +16 damage, Dryads with +6, and that is pretty much going to be the end of this fight. Level 3 True Shot or reverse level 2, 1-0 upgrades versus 0-0, as there is the game. Lalouette able to roll over his opponent with a Priestess of the Moon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for game number 3.